Let's roll out your top 5 BYU sports moments of all time.
Are sports moments or sports moments I witnessed?
Let's go with witness.
Yeah,
let's go with witness because I think that's what when I think of that note.
Would you rather start with 1 and go to 5, or do you want to go in reverse order from 5
witnessed
to 1?
Anyway, in person or on?
Yeah, let's go either or.
Yeah, television or in person. Favorite BYU sports moments?
Okay, well, let's see. Well, the number one BYU sports moment.
We're going right to number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
it's easiest.
Right.
It's easiest. I
it
agree.
has to be Danny Ainge 8 seconds Notre Dame.
Oh.
Has to be.
When you mentioned earlier about winning and what the national championship did for BYU, just think of what that one basket did for BYU.
Wow.
For Ainge, for the Cougars, for all of that stuff. And that happened, 3 seasons before Blaine's team went undefeated.
Then the next thing has to be the 84 team. I mean the national championship team. And there's all those things that happen, including the Holiday Bowl where Robbie gets injured, and I'm embarrassed that I forgot it was you that came in.
It's okay.
That's all right.
Hey,
I'll repent.
Sure, I'm just a footnote.
What I remember is that he got injured. You just go away, he got injured. So that year was like magical.
Right. How about the Morel's leap over the Hawaii line?
I just watched that the other day. I dialed it up, and that's incredible. The most incredible timing you've ever seen in a play,
and
right?
When we talked to him after the game, there's 2 funny stories about that. First, Dave Neff, who was in at middle linebacker on the play, he and the other middle backer, Kerry Whittingham, said, Kyle's little brother, we're just going to crawl under and we're going to grab the guy's legs. And they crawled under. They weren't sure what they grabbed. And then they heard this giant roar, and they thought they made the play. So then they got up from below the pile, and they ran over the sideline, and everybody's high-fiving, and everybody's like, did you see that? Did you see that? They're like, yeah, we made the play. And they're like, no, Kyle jumped over the top of the pile and made the play. And like,
those were BYU fans.
So for a moment, they thought they made the play. And then I talked to Kyle after the game, and I'm like, what were you thinking? He was actually more calculated than people give him credit for. He's like, well, I thought to myself, they're on the 6-inch line. So I'm just going to go on the first sound. And I'm just going to guess that they're going to call it on 1. Because if they go on 2 and I'm offsides, it's going to be a 3-inch penalty. I might as well take a chance here. So I'm going to go on the first sound. That's how he timed it out. So it wasn't an accident that he had that timing. He actually thoughtfully, we talk about guys that have a presence in a game, and we talk about situational awareness. Great quarterbacks know, can't take a sack in 2-minute offense. I can't do this. Got to do this. This is the kind of play I have to make. And that situation, that's about as big time a situational awareness as you'll ever hear of in a game. And Lavelle told me multiple times it's the best defensive play he's ever seen in football. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
That was a big play. So that preserved the national championship.
All right, number 3.
Okay, I think I'm going to go with beating number 1 Miami.
Oh, I love
Ty
that.
Datmer. I mean, that was.
Were you in the stadium that night?
I was, and it was amazing.
Electric.
It was electric.
I called that game. It was electric.
Yeah.
It was just, wow. Okay. Then I think
Are you linking that to the Heisman too? Are you linking those 2 together?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Dave and I were there for the Heisman announcement in Hawaii.
That was nuts.
Terrible game afterwards.
Yeah, terrible game. Holy cow, what happened there? But anyway, that game was amazing. Number 1 team in the country. I mean, that was amazing.
Not only that, they were the hot dogs. They were the cockiest team in America.
Russell Maryland's still mad about it.
All that stuff.
I saw him at a thing. He's still mad about it.
And The Rock was injured and didn't play, but he was on the team.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson was on that team. The Rock.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He played the next week. Yeah. He didn't play in that game.
Oh my gosh.
And here's the thing.
I didn't know that.
That team, that Miami team.
I forgot that.
So we go out in '84 and we win that opener against number 2 Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh had a bunch of injuries that year, and they ended up 6-5.
Right.
That Miami team played in the Cotton Bowl and finished number 3 in the country that year.
Then they won it the next year.
And won the national championship the next year. So that was a legit the
win.
best team that BYU's ever beaten, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In any sport.
Yeah.
All right, number 4.
Okay, I think I got to go with, remember when would this have been? Remember when San Diego State was number 4 and BYU had just crossed into the top 10 and they were number 9?
Yeah,
They
came to the Merit Center.
and Jimmer going at each other.
Yeah. And then we beat them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I got to go with that one next. The Merit Center that night was wow.
Yeah, that was
Jimmer
was
had
a
like
s-
30 something.
Yeah, it was like a spiritual experience. Come on.
Yeah.
that was off the charts.
Yeah.
That was these recent wins against Gonzaga have been pretty big, but none matches that game.
That was that
and then
game
they
was,
went down to San Diego and did it again.
Yeah.
Then they got him in the finals of the tournament.
Yeah.
But that was after Jimmer just went off for 51 in the semis against New Mexico with only one free throw attempt.
Yeah.
That was a season for the ages, that whole season. So I go with you on that. I like that one.
And then the last one, I don't want to pick a moment. I want to pick okay. I came as a freshman to BYU in 1971 and watched Krešimir Ćosić play.
Oh, yes.
And watching Ćosić play in any game was like magic. He was, he didn't play. I wish I could go back and I probably could find some things and go watch him play. I don't remember him being a power player. I remember him being a more finesse player. You got this skinny 6'11" guy who could do things with his body that were sort of like, what did he just do? Show me that again. I mean, so to me, I'm going to lump him and say it was watching in person over and over again Krešimir Ćosić play basketball.
I love that.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
I love that because people don't recognize what a great contribution, and he made huge contributions to the game of basketball over in his homeland.
Yeah, he did. And he pushed BYU forward, I feel like,
yeah.
and kind of set it up for Ainge in a way.
I remember
Yeah.
Billy Packer of CBS saying that he was the most influential foreign athlete to start the whole movement of foreign kids coming to play basketball.
Wow.
Yeah, which is really
Which is
cool.
true.
I mean, think about the best player in the NBA this last year,
Yeah.
Jokic.
Jokic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's where's
Coming
he
from Serbia.
Serbia. Yeah. Which is right there.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Those
there-
are great moments. Those
So
are great.
watching, I mean, growing up watching KU basketball, which was pretty elite basketball, but it didn't feel like there was a drop off watching Ćosić play. I came and said, that guy's as good as KU.
Wow.
What's
now,
it
I don't
going
know,
to be?
I don't know if he was or not, but I
We
felt
didn't
like
get to
he
watch
was.
him, and
No.
But I talked to Liddell Anderson.
This is my
about,
age speaking.
No, I've talked to Liddell Anderson about him, and Roger Reed and Frank Arnold and all those. And when they talk about him, they say, "Oh, he was like a work of art in basketball.
Yeah.
The way he would around the back pass and his ball handling skills and his no look, like they say, he was
Unbelievable.
20 years ahead of the game for." He played like the big guys in the NBA,
Yeah.
like Jokic and these guys, and Doncic, these guys that are big guys that are skilled. He was way ahead of
Phenomenal finesse.
Yeah.
No, he handled the ball like a guard.
his time. Yeah.
And I'd never seen that. I thought I'd never seen a big guy be able to do that. So
Yeah.
he blew me away.
And what a great representative of the university, and the
Not a member.
no, but
At the time.
he
Right.
represented
An atheist,
over
remember? Self-proclaimed atheist when he showed up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
behind what then was the Iron Curtain,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In communist countries, he was well known. So
But
What's it-
he was a wow. He was a wow for me.
I love that. That's